Oh, hello there. I'm back with part 2. If you don't know what an EAS alarm is, or you want to know why I'm doing this, go watch the first video. I need to start off by saying that I know the American one and the Japanese tsunami alert aren't actually like the alarms. They're like coding for information, but they still are like noises that play when a disaster's happening, so I count them as EAS alarms. I would gladly make a short video on just Japan's alone, but let's get started with more debunking of these silly little alarms. Yeah, that's not an EAS alarm. That just sounds like a bunch of stock alarm sound effects. To be specific, that sounds like a car alarm and a septic tank alarm. This is actually real. If you're wondering what she's saying, it translates to counting down from 10 in Chinese. It's counting down to when the disaster or whatever is going to happen. Actually, and this may shock some, the continent of Antarctica, which is only inhabited by scientists and only ever temporarily, actually has the sound of a stock siren bass boosted as EAS alarm for its no inhabitants. If you couldn't already tell, obviously that's like fake, but just in case I have to clarify for someone that I'm joking, obviously this is fake. This isn't what Lithuania's siren system sounds like. Normally the rule of thumb is that the creepy ones tend to be fake. However, for Israel and for Norway, this isn't true. This siren is in fact real, and it's terrifying. Mentioned this in the first one, but this is just a mock that got taken out of context. Kind of like Bhutan. Um, 1009. 1009? So setting aside the fact that Georgia wasn't even founded until 1991, well, it kind of did as the Kingdom of Georgia, but not really. Recording devices didn't exist back then. There were no EAS systems because there was no radios or TVs or anything to disrupt the schedule of. There weren't even sirens. Events like the Battle of Hastings hadn't even happened yet. China was in its Song dynasty, Korea was in its Goryeo dynasty, Japan was in its Heian period, India was divided into a number of lesser empires. But yet here Georgia is with a little music box like, yeah, we have an EAS alarm, and millenniums before they were invented. If you're going to lie on the internet, at least make it believable. If you want to know, before civil defense systems and EAS alarms, they used to use bells and alert people that things were happening. This one is real.
This emergency warning is being...
This one's real, but it's only played on phones. There was like a thing that in the UK with the advert about it recently.
It looks like this and sounds like this, appearing on your screen until you acknowledge it.
I think it was released in like 2022, so it's quite recent. I've never had it go off for me, but you know. That's all for today. Again, if we keep on making crap up, how are we ever going to preserve history? Just stop. Anyway. That's this video.